Hi all. Today we are going to see about clinical reaction to stress. For example, if an individual is getting stressed, how they are affecting. Okay. Yes, the first one is some psychological, bodily, and behavioral reaction to stress. If an individual is getting stressed, how their physical and their mental health is affected. Okay, for example, psychological response. If an individual is stressed, they will be feeling upset, inability. They can't focus on their tasks or daily routines. They can't work effectively. Okay, in their daily routines, they will be irritated easily. Okay, loss of self confidence, they don't have self confidence in them. Next is constant worrying, okay, about that particular situation. Next is difficulty in making decisions. They can able to make a proper decisions because of this stress. Okay, racing thoughts, they will be having too many thoughts, okay, because of the stress. Next is absent mindedness, they will be like physically present and mentally absent, so they will be like that because of the stress. The next is bodily responses. If the person is stressed, they will be having a rapid pulse, that is the heart rate will be high, pounding heart, increased perspiration, tensing of arm and leg muscles, like they will be having some shivering, fatigue, numbness, all these will be, they will be having gritting of teeth. Okay, next is behavioral responses, deterioration in performance effectiveness, they will be they can't work properly, like their performance in that particular work will be slowly, it will be like gradually, they will be doing slowly. Okay, smoking, and because of this stress they will be start smoking or consuming alcohol. Okay, next is accident proneness, that is they, because the stress, because they are not having the proper concentration, there will be a chances to get accidents. Next, nervous, that is food tapping, like nail biting. Okay, the next is increased, like binge eating, or they won't eat, that's what they are telling. And they will be, sometimes they will be have insomnia, or they will be like having hypersomnia, they will be sleep the whole day, or they can't able to sleep. Okay, that's what they are telling here. The next is stress arousing situations. What are the situations that will, that is what is the triggering point the person is, that the individual is getting stressed. Okay, stress arousing conditions require adjustment to life situations. The death of a close friend illustrates the need for adjustment. For example, if an individual's friends, if the person's friends or the closed one, that means if the person have the death, like if they hear the news of death, if they saw that, that will also affect them deeply, that will cause the stress to them. Okay, next, going to kindergarten or college is an example of transition adjustment. For example, if they can't cope up with, they will go to the friends to share that. Okay, that's what they are telling. Next is the stress arousing conditions varies in duration, severity, predictability, individual's loss of control, accidents, natural disasters. For example, what are the stress conditions vary. Okay, how they will vary, it will vary from person to person, like the duration, the severity, like mild, moderate, or high. Okay, next is the predictability, we can't predict this is going to happen, and that is going to happen, we can't predict. Okay, next is individual's loss of control, in that particular situation they won't have the control on themselves. Okay, so because of these accidents, like accidents, natural disaster, military combat, typically evoke high levels of stress. Yes, next, stress can produce emotions so intense that they interfere with normal function. Yes, a person involved in a road accident feel extreme stress and finds difficult to function normally for some time. Yes, for example, if a person is getting accident and if they admitted and if they were cured physically, but they won't be ready mentally to work in their daily routines. Okay, it will take time for them to come out from that. Okay, the next is, what is personal crisis? Okay, personal crisis is nothing but the stresses can be widespread, even affecting many people. Example, air crash. Okay, for example, if some accidents or whatever, it can be a natural disaster, whatever it can be, it will affect the particular people. Okay, they can also be high. a personal crisis, the death of a loved one, childbirth, and need to care for a parent while incurable illness, for examples of personal crises that will affect them personally, where they can't handle that particular situation. Okay, that's what they are telling. Such crises differ in frequency or occurrence. Frequency of occurrence, how, like the frequency of the occurrence, seriousness, or how serious is that matter or the that particular situation. Okay, these crises are receiving increased attention. And for example, here they given some example. A person experiences intense stress after the death of a parent and struggle to adjust emotionally. Yes, if they are not getting the proper support from the parents, they can't able to balance their life, right? So they won't get any emotional support, so because of that they will be having a high level of stress. Okay, the next is, and yes, thank you.